Good morning. Time now for AM Sports with me, Muftawu, Nabila, Abdulai. Africa's leading goal scorer in the continent's history when it comes to participating in the FIFA World Cup. Asamoah says Ghana and the rest of other African countries must have a deliberate plan of participating in the tournament. Asamoah, who was speaking to DSTV, indicated that other countries often have a long-term plan of winning the tournament, and for Africa to have a chance of ruling the rest of the world, there should be similar plans put in place by the continent's federations.
We have to make sure we plan ahead. I think that is our problem. There are some countries that plan years ahead. Like maybe 10 years we have to win the World Cup. So it's a plan that people take it. That's what I'm saying. It's a process. I'm sure an African country will win it one day, but I don't know when. It might be in Qatar. It might be any World Cup year. So as an African, that is my prayer. I want an African country to also win it. So that is what every African is hoping for. So we see. It depends how the team approaches the tournament. So I remember Ghana in 2006. Czech Republic was number 3 in the world. United States was number 5 in the world. And then Germany, and then Italy. So we were, of course, the underdogs. Everybody thought we were going home, but we were able to go through to the next stage of the competition. So that is what I'm saying. When you go to a tournament, it's how you approach the tournament. It doesn't matter the kind of players you are. Definitely, statistically, we have the favorites. We have favorites in the tournament, but we have to just go there and then see what happens.
Ghana, Cameroon, Tunisia, Morocco, and Senegal, the defending champions of the African Cup of Nations. These are the countries that are representing the continent in this year's FIFA World Cup to stage in Qatar between November and December. President of the Confederation of African Football, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, has sent a goodwill message to these countries, hoping that they make the continent proud in the Mundial.
We love football, we are passionate about football, and we use football as a tool and an instrument to bring Africans together. All of the 54 nations in Africa. We care for each other. We are all Africans. I also want to wish the 5 nations that will be representing us, Senegal, Cameroon, Morocco, Ghana, and Tunisia. I want us to clap hands for them and wish them the best in Qatar. Thank you very much. This country has got a proud football history. I was saying to my president, including the other president, the previous one, I was expecting Algeria in Qatar. So we'll fix it. There will never be another World Cup where Algeria and all of the top nations in Africa will not participate.
Mohamed Polo, the dribbling magician, the player with different accolades. I'm a maestro, I'm a wizard, I'm Polo to Polo, I'm Wonder Boy.
There are other places within Nima, towards Michigan, towards the Nazar Bridge, towards the Berlin Bridge. What about the children there? Where can they play?
Without pitches and they don't get place to play, they rather move to ghettos.
One of the second division clubs, 3 second division clubs, normally in park and girls can use.
I'm angry. They are angry to play. So now so to book a ball. For my park with academic case, which is one the Kebayenga.
Urina ko toilet bowl. Ruana in after outside urina in Azua can packing. You shall can have a ball and ruin it in ball it tabac, tabakashkina.
This comes your way on Thursday morning as we share with you a story from the community of Nima, where lack of pitches have led to many young talents who could have had the opportunity of playing under the floodlights in Europe have not been able to do so. My colleague Haruna Mubarak has been touring the Nima community and he's coming through with this feature that we're airing on Thursday. And one man who is featuring heavily in it is Mohamed Polo, and he's been offering an explanation as to why many children within the Nima community have lost interest in football.
You know, there were that sort of Arabic, you know, institution that is schools, that is Makaranta, and they try to organize players to, you know, to play, and then playing of area, you know, football. That is where even the interest, you know, came up, because every community area has a team, so they organize themselves, and they as a team, and they organize a non-league, you know, competition, and then everybody enjoys himself, and that is the only thing that, as a recreational thing, that we do. And so the moment the field started to diminish, you know, they were building houses and whatever it is. So the interest of football, you know, dropped. And these young ones who are supposed to have that sort of, you know, field to enjoy, have no place to go. So if you don't go to a certain team, you just, and it's very difficult, you know, at that time. But fortunately, you know, for them to, there is that sort of growth, you know, that awareness that football is now, you know, coming up, and the interest is also growing. And so it's only those, you know, who are committed, who wants to play football, that you see them. That is why we have, you know, a scanty, you know, players in the system.
Do join us on Thursday morning for this exhilarating story. And many of the people within the Nima community have had one message to say: we need football pitches. The area is filled with talented footballers, but how would their talent be noticed by the world if pitches are not available? We've seen Mohamed Polo, we've seen Mohamed Kudus, we've seen Majida Shumeru, Abdul Manaf, all making it, all from the Nima community. But the lack of pitches is killing the dreams of other footballers. And now let's talk about the importance of making available footballs to every single Ghanaian child. According to a FIFA high performance specialist for Africa, Faisal Chipsa, it is important that every Ghanaian child have got access to football if the country wants to hone talents and groom footballers that are able to fit into the various national teams. He was speaking in an exclusive interview with Joy Sports.
So until we get to a stage where we can see a clear pathway and say, you know, every kid, regardless of where he or she is born in the country, has the same opportunity as the ones here, then there is more work to be done.
Is that actually what FIFA wants?
That's what FIFA wants. That's not what alone FIFA wants, but I think that's what every country should do, you know. And don't forget, when the quality of football at the World Cup is improving and better, that's when, you know, FIFA, you know, can advertise that and make more revenue and, you know, reinvest back into the game. So it's important that even where FIFA sits, they still keep an eye on the member associations and make sure that football is actually growing and then the level of competition is growing. Because you don't want to lose that. Right now, we will agree that, you know, World Cup final is the biggest stage in football in the country. It's not okay for FIFA to sit down and say, you know what, we have this, so we're just going to sit down and relax. You know, FIFA still needs to keep working, which is why we are investing in this talent development to make sure the quality of football at youth levels, even at senior levels, still remains top-notch. Very, very.
How can we improve our talent identification in Ghana?
Very, very difficult thing to do when you talk about talent identification. Again, just as I explained, every kid, boy or girl in Ghana should have the same opportunity as, you know, the ones that are around, you know, Accra or Eastern Region or Kumasi. So you really have to put structures in place. you have to define a pathway. You have to first of all make sure football is accessible to every kid, because if your cousin in the village somewhere else doesn't have access to football alone, he's not going to develop, he or she's not going to develop. So that's where everything starts. That's the basics, that's the foundation. And then once we define the structures, once we define the policies, once we define an environment, once we define domestic competitions, once we strengthen coach education, we educate our coaches, our scouts. This is the whole ecosystem I'm talking about.
Tonight, there will be UEFA Champions League football. One man who started his dream at Right to Dream and living the dream in Europe, especially in Amsterdam, is Mohamed Kudus. Well, Right to Dream Academy youngsters have been sharing their goodwill message to him ahead of tonight's fixture. And he believes that having started from there, it means that other young children who are also at Right to Dream Academy and other parts of the continent could even rise to become better and do greater things than he's currently doing for Ajax.
Good luck, Kudus. We believe in you. There are only 3 things that come to my mind. First, he's a very good footballer. Second, he's a Ghanaian. And third, he's a very good role model to follow. Kudus, we are all proud of you. We all want you to win the Champions League. But we are proud, and thank you for whatever you are doing for us outside. Thank you.
We wish you all the best. Good luck, Kudus.
I see a lot of guys looking up to me and really supporting, and I think I see that as a motivation. It feels like inspiring because I was once in their shoes looking up to one of them legends from Ghana also. So I think it's an inspiration to even do more and encourage all the guys in Ghana and in Africa as a whole and everyone else that they can also even do more than what I'm doing, regardless of where they come from or where you start. Yeah, it's a big motivation. It gives you extra fuel, extra energy to even push more. Yeah.
Hopefully with 3 points as a result.
Yeah, we will. Watch out.
Mohamed Kudus, his Ajax Amsterdam will be in action tonight. Let's take a look at the fixtures of the UEFA Champions League matches as the competition returns today. Ajax, they will host Napoli. Mohamed Kudus likely to be in action. He's already scored in the first 2 games of the competition. Liverpool will be at home and they will also play Rangers. They drew 3-3 against Brighton over the weekend in the Premier League. Club Brugge will play Atletico Madrid. FC Porto will play Bayern 04 Leverkusen. Bayern Munich will play Victoria Pleasant. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Marseille will also come up against Sporting Lisbon, and Eintracht Frankfurt, they will also be hosting Tottenham Hotspur. These are the fixtures in the UEFA Champions League for tonight as the competition enters match day 3. To rugby now, where Nigeria have defended their title in this year's Middle East Africa Rugby League Championship after defeating host Ghana in the grand finale. There's more in this report.
The visitors secured an emphatic 34-4 win at the Mensa Sabah Hall Park in University of Ghana, Legon. Nigeria entered the competition as defending champions. Ghana captain Radika Liba is disappointed the Leopards could not win the trophy on home soil, but he is proud of the team's achievement in the tournament.
A few errors in there, all the same. We are proud of ourselves. We played hard, we played our hearts out. Most importantly, we are moving to South Africa next year, and we are just hoping for the best. We hope to meet them. We're hoping for a revenge this time, which unfortunately didn't happen, but we meet them again and we'll go again. Moving forward, we just need to work harder. We just need to prepare ourselves for whatever is coming for us. The MEA region is growing, and we are ready to grow with the region. So Ghana is ready. The whole world should be ready for Ghana. We are coming in hard. You could see the athletes on the field. It's unfortunate, it didn't go for us, but we thank all Ghanaians for supporting us.
Kenya defeated West Africans Cameroon 16-0 to secure a 3rd place finish. Nigeria and Ghana have booked their tickets to next year's MEA Rugby League Championship in South Africa.